Good morning.
Good morning.
We have the tradition of speaking to the kids, but there aren't very many of you over here. Are there any other kids somewhere else in the church? Can I see hands? Well, I know you're here. Oh, Kala.
You're on strike.
There we go. Kala. So who can tell me what today is? Sunday. You're brilliant as always, Vasily. It's Mother's Day. That's right. It's another thing that's also important. Anybody know? Thomas Sunday. Oh, you're full of answers today. Good. We're going to talk about Mother's Day today. But we're going to take our time getting around to it. So see if you can figure out where it's going to come. One of the basic, fundamental, essential principles of Christian theology is that God became man. That Jesus Christ is like us. And we talk about that in all the sermons. But for the kids, how are we like Jesus? Look around at the different scenes. Have you ever been crucified? I hope not. Have you ever ridden the foal of a donkey into Jerusalem and been hailed, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord"? Not so much. Have you ever been kissed by your beloved disciple, as we show behind you there? No. Have you been transfigured on the mountain of Tabor? Mm-mm. Have you raised Lazarus from the dead? Is that where we're like Jesus? No, I didn't think so. Have you been born in a cave? Your mother's, God bless them if that's true. And have you been baptized? Well, you've been baptized, but not in the Jordan River by John the Baptist. So, what icon shows Jesus like you? You're just full of the answers. You're spoiling my sermon. You're supposed to say, "No, Father, we don't." Of course, you're right. The icon at the front. We show Christ as a child seated on the lap of who? His mother. And this is how Christ is like not just the children, but every one of us who has ever lived, because God willing, none of you will ever be crucified. None of you will ever be betrayed by your best friend. God willing, we will grow in wisdom, in stature, in glory, and in holiness, so that we are transfigured in the image and likeness of the Lord. But when we say that Christ became like us, where the rubber meets the road is when we see him on the lap of his mother. He had a mom. He sat on her lap. When he fell down and got hurt, she washed his scrapes, bandaged him up, and sent him back out again. In this, we see how Christ is like us, because he was a child. Now, how do we see him treating his mother? He treats her with respect. That's right. When did Christ do his first miracle? Do any of you know? At a wedding. And what happened? Can you tell the story? Yes, but what happened first? They ran out of wine. And then what happened? No, before that. Who noticed that they had run out of wine? Who told Jesus?
Mary.
His mother. And what did he say to her? He said, "Mom, it's not time yet. It's not the time I was going to do my first miracle." And what did she say? She knew he loved her. She knew he respected him, so she didn't even talk to him anymore. She had drawn the matter to his attention. Mothers, you might keep this in mind. Sometimes the persistent reminding of the children is necessary, because not all of us are blessed to have the Lord as our child. But she didn't say another word to Christ. She said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." And then what happened? He said to get the jugs of water, and then he said what? Did he make some hocus pocus, abracadabra. No. He just said, take it to the guy in charge of the feast and give it to him to drink and see what he says. So in this way, we see the Lord's respect for his mother because she told him once. She didn't even tell him. She pointed out a problem. He knew what she wanted. And he did his first miracle then, even though, as he himself said, his time had not yet come. So, what's the moral of the story? Who wants to tell me? Always listen to your mother. It's hard to give a better moral than that. But more practically, because this is Mother's Day, and we're giving a sermon on how to honor our mothers. The first time that they say something to you, what should you do? Listen. Yeah, you know. And then what should you do? Do it. Bravo, sis. So honor your mothers today. And remember Panagia, remember the mother of the Lord, who gives us the example of what the perfect mother is. And remember Christ, who shows us how we should love our mothers. God bless you all. And we'll send you off to Sunday school in a couple minutes, but we have business first.